So this is a 2018 Sprite Super Quattro DB. Going to take you around the operation of the van. The hitch up we go through in person here on site. So we go through all how to hook the van up. Gas bottle in the front of the van, gas bottle on top. Open the valve this way and close the valve off that way. The thread here is a reverse thread, so you need to tighten it the opposite way to normal. But in the front locker here as well, you've got your leg winder. Water pump and aqua roll connected up at the side of the van, as you can see, in the side of the van. Blue trigger releases it from the van, pull out and push it in. Wind down legs on each side of the van, one this side and one on the opposite side in the same place. Truma blown air flue vent, so that is for the gas side of things, so you've got the vent onto the outside of the van. Wheel nuts will tighten here on site, so you can see they've been done. We'll do that with a torque wrench, 120 Newton meters on a Swift. Side locker on the van, you've got your battery box and your mains power lead, as you can see, connected to the power on site. Grey waste pipes coming out the side of the caravan, just here. Toilet flush, 3.5 litres of water in here with a cap full of the blue chemical. And the bottom, you've got your toilet cassette itself. Release. Handle at the bottom and pull towards you. The cap here, the neck here at the top is the flush for emptying the waste tank out, and you'll need to put 1 litre of water and a cap full of the blue chemical in there. Back of the van, you've got your wind down legs again, same as you've got on the front of the van. On this side, you've got your storage locker for underneath the bunks at the rear, fridge vents on the side of the van, and again the wheels, which we'll come back to and talk when you're here on site. Go inside the van. Go inside the van, we're going to come to the main control panel above the door first. So on the control panel up here, you've got, sorry about this. So on the main control panel above the door, you've got your main power button, so power on and off. As you can see, when I hit the power button, the screen goes bright. Interior lights, dimming lights at the front of the van, which are just above the cabinets, which would use the arrow, the middle arrow on this side to dim down. Then you've got your roof light, you've got the awning light at the top, then your roof lights there, and then you've got your water pump at the bottom. So to fill the water system, first of all, you're going to come underneath the seat at the front of the caravan. And the yellow valve here, obviously your aqua roll is already connected up at this point. The yellow valve there, we're going to need to leave in the position it is now to fill the water system. If you want to empty it, you lift that valve upright. So also underneath that cupboard, you've got your water pump and your mains consumer unit. To fill the system up, you're going to come over to the taps. Open all the taps up on the hot side. That includes the shower and the sink in the bathroom. And then you're going to turn on your water pump. And at the moment the water system's full, so it's not going to fill the system, but then that will fill the system, and once you've got water coming out of all of the taps on the caravan, you can leave the pump on and turn the taps back off. At that point you can come to your water heating and your heating control panel, which is just here. Hit the central button, this button here, press it in and you'll go into your options. The first one you come to is the room temperature, so to set that, go around to where you wish the room temperature to be. And for instance, at 9 degrees at the moment, and that is the room temperature set. If I scroll around to the right with the dial at the bottom, you've got your option to heat the water. You've got eco, hot, and boost when you are showering. So eco is what you do your washing up on, hot if you want an extremely hot shower, and then boost for if you are showering and it warms the water up as it's going through the aqua roll. Or through the water system, sorry, on board. This option here is the power supply you want to use on site. So you can use gas on its own, you can use a mix of gas and electric, so 1000 watts of power, 2000 watts of power and gas at the same time, 1000 watts of power on its own, and 2000 watts of power on its own too. So what that means is, depending on what caravan site you're on, if you're off-grid for instance, you'd use the heating and hot water on gas. If you're on a site with low power, you'd use mix 1. If you want to boost the system at all for any reason, you can put it on 2 and use the gas as well. But normally you just use electric 1 and 2. On the end, the symbol that's flashing now is the fan speed, so you've got eco or high. Set that and that will turn on the blown air heating around the caravan. At the bottom here, you've got timers for setting your heating program, which we advise you read the manual for. The clock on the main screen. And then at the end, you've got some settings in there to reset the control panel, etc. So that's the water system full. Next up, we're going to come to the fridge itself. So the fridge, very simple to use. You've got power on. As you can see, fridge is now on. At the moment, it's trying to ignite on gas. It will fail to ignite in a moment, and it will make a bleeping sound. And it will also flash this blue light to let me know it hasn't ignited. It is self-igniting on gas, so all you need to do is you just select the relevant power supply that you want to use. So for instance, if you want to use gas, you'll put it onto gas. It will self-ignite, and like I said, if it fails to ignite, you'll get a red warning light here and the flashing blue light here. To change power source, use the arrow. So as you can see now, we're on mains 240 power. If you're on gas or electric, you use the button here to control the temperature on the fridge. And if you're towing and you want to use the fridge as a cool box, again, you'll hit this button and it will take you across to the 12 volt symbol here. As you can see at the moment, we're not connected to a car, so at the moment it's telling me there is no 12 volt supply. To turn the power off to the fridge, you press and hold the power button for press and hold the button for a couple of seconds, and that will turn the fridge back off. The microwave, again, fairly self-explanatory, works very similar to the household microwaves, not too different at all. We do advise while you're travelling to remove the microwave plate from inside of the microwave. Cooker works exactly the same as your household cooker, no difference at all. Igniter on the front, just there, and then your gas controls going across the front. Into the bathroom, it's an electric flush on the toilet, so that's the blue button you see at the top there. Press that and that will flush. Like I said, you need to put in the flush fluid on the outside. And then underneath the grey flap that you see just there, you'll need to push it towards the shower, which will open up the waste flap in the centre of the toilet. As for the shower and sink in the bathroom, they work the same as your household. Just open up the tap and water will flow. If you have any further questions on this caravan or the operation of this caravan, please don't hesitate to call us here at the Caravan Company. Thank you very much. Bye bye.